Have you ever wondered if the questions someone asks are more than just casual conversation? What if every question they pose is a breadcrumb trail leading straight to their heart? Script. Love often speaks in whispers, with questions that appear casual but carry undeniable intent. When a girl is interested, her questions are rarely random. They're laced with subtle hints, tiny breadcrumbs she hopes you'll pick up on. Each question feels like a delicate touch, a soft attempt to bridge the gap between curiosity and attraction. Decoding this girl code may feel like solving a mystery, but it's worth unraveling. These questions aren't just small talk, they're windows into her interest. By recognizing these signs, you not only tune into her feelings, but also deepen the connection, the spark that might just set two hearts alight. After all, love begins in the spaces between words, waiting for you to listen. What's your type? When she asks, "What's your type?" it might seem like small talk, but what's compelling is that she's hoping for a deeper connection. She's subtly leaving the door open for you to flip the question back to her. If you do, you might hear her describe something uncanny. "I like someone kind, funny, but not afraid to be themselves." Her playful tone reveals she's creating a moment of connection, a breadcrumb trail for you to follow. Romance often comes alive in these exchanges. It's not a declaration, it's a dance, slow and deliberate, where interest blooms gently. Are you seeing anyone? This question can send ripples through even the calmest conversations. When a girl asks if you're seeing anyone, she's gauging your emotional availability. It's less about your relationship status and more about whether your heart might be open to someone like her. If she comments, "Oh, that's surprising," or "That's a loss," she's rooting for a no. Even more telling is when she shifts the spotlight to herself. "I'm single too." That's no accident. She's drawing a line of connection, showing you both are starting on the same page. Do you work out? There's charm in this question. It feels conversational, casual, and sometimes flattering. Chances are, she's noticed something about you. If she responds, it really shows. She's admiring more than just your physique. Underlying this question is often a desire to create opportunities for connection. Maybe she'll suggest hitting the gym together or doing something active. She's stepping into your world, not just watching from afar. What do you like to do for fun? This isn't standard small talk. She's exploring your life and the things that bring you joy, hoping to uncover shared interests. If you tell her you love hiking, she's already picturing the two of you scaling that trail together. If you mention concerts, she's daydreaming about swaying next to you during an encore. She's looking for threads of connection, little sparks that could grow into something meaningful. Do you like to cook? When she playfully asks, "Do you like to cook?" it carries an undertone of intimacy. Cooking is woven into the fabric of a shared life. If she follows up with, "Oh, you'll have to cook for me sometime," she's planting an idea, a flirty invitation disguised as a joke. Whether you're a culinary expert or a takeout enthusiast, she's hinting at lifestyle compatibility and imagining moments where your lives overlap. What's your ideal date? This question feels transparent. She's inviting you to describe a moment she can picture herself stepping into. If she lights up and says, "That sounds perfect," she's aligning her vision with yours. She's imagining being the girl laughing at your jokes and creating those fleeting moments of connection. This is her way of softly planting seeds for future plans. What's your love language? Love languages reveal how we express and receive love. By asking about yours, she's trying to understand what makes you feel cared for. If she shares her own love language, it's her way of offering a roadmap to her heart. Understanding each other's love languages builds thoughtful gestures and meaningful moments, a foundation for authentic romance. Do you believe in soulmates? Few questions are more romantic. When she asks if you believe in soulmates, she's curious about your views on love and destiny. If she leans into your answer with intrigue, saying, "That's so sweet, I feel the same way," she's painting herself into your vision of love. She's testing the waters, hoping you'll see her as your soulmate someday. What's your biggest turn on? This playful, yet intimate question invites vulnerability. She's learning what excites you intellectually, emotionally, and physically. Her reactions, like saying, "Oh really, that's interesting," reveal her intentions. She's taking mental notes, aligning herself with your preferences, and saying, "I want to be what you're looking for. Do you want to grab a coffee sometime?" Few invitations are as timeless and charming as this one. Coffee is low pressure, easy, and holds infinite potential. By extending this invitation, she's initiating the next step, a real-world moment to share time and conversation. What starts as coffee could blossom into hours of laughter and stolen glances. It's her quiet way of saying she wants to know more about you and maybe build something meaningful. The magic behind the questions. Each of these questions carries weight. They're not just small talk. They're woven with curiosity, intention, and the possibility of love. Romance doesn't always come with grand gestures. Sometimes it's in the little things. The way her eyes light up, the excitement in her voice, or the vulnerability in her questions. Pay attention to these moments. Sometimes they're the first signs of something extraordinary. That casual coffee date might just turn into the love story you've been waiting for. As the conversation winds down, there's a quiet pause, a moment where words feel unnecessary, yet the energy between you two lingers in the air. She glances at you, her smile soft but deliberate, as if she's waiting for something more from you. You realize that every question she asked wasn't just about curiosity. It was an invitation to step closer, to share pieces of yourself, and to uncover the layers of connection that lie beneath casual exchanges. These weren't ordinary questions. They were pathways to understanding her heart and letting her into yours. In this final moment, she leans slightly forward, her voice warm and playful. "So, do you believe we've covered everything?" Her tone carries a teasing lightness, but her eyes betray a deeper meaning. This isn't just small talk anymore. It's a test of how far you're willing to go. Do you take the leap? Do you let her know that you've noticed the breadcrumbs she's left along the way? The truth is, love doesn't always announce itself with fireworks or grand declarations. Sometimes it begins quietly, with a series of questions, shared laughter, and stolen glances. It starts when someone takes the time to listen, to explore who you are, and to imagine a future where your worlds align. And now, it's your turn. Whether you respond with humor, honesty, or vulnerability, one thing is certain. Her questions have opened the door. What happens next depends on whether you choose to walk through it. As the evening fades into night, you find yourself replaying the moments in your mind. The way she smiled, the subtle hints in her words, the spark of interest in her gaze. Perhaps this was just the beginning. Perhaps these questions were her way of saying, "I see you, and I want to know more." Love often begins in whispers, in the spaces between words, waiting patiently for someone brave enough to listen. So what will you do next? Will you follow the trail she's laid out for you? Because sometimes the most extraordinary stories start with the simplest question and end with a lifetime of answers.